What's up, guys? We out here, Bear Mountain. Dan, he's the slowest one. Look at this view, guys. It's wild. We're at Bear Mountain. We're at a group ride. Thought I'd get you guys a video with some nice scenic routes, a little twisties as well. We're out. We're gonna hit a little bit of twisties, go get some gas. But yeah, so I'll do a video for you guys. Today's video is gonna be group rides. Cue the intro. So guys, we're back. Joe on twos. Here out ripping it in New York. This is Bear Mountain. It's my first time here. And let me tell you, these roads are awesome. Twisties, nice pavement, nothing to be upset about. So, as I mentioned, today's ride is about group rides. And some things to know about them. So, the first thing is going to be when we get to the roads that are actually not behind these cars.
Styles. Baby girl, you're so damn fine though. I'm trying to know if I can hit it from behind though. I'm sipping on you like some fine wine though. And when it's over, I press rewind though. Ay, you talking bands, girl, I got it. Benjamin's all in my pocket. I traded in my trues for some robins. You playing Batman, Fetty's gonna rob him. Ay, I got a Glock in my Rari. Ay, 17 shots from 38. I got a Glock in my Rari. 17 shots from 38. She's mine. Wonder when she'll be mine. She walk past sideways. Rewind and see that as one more time. I got this soda. Ruby boys ain't gold. All that money that stole us. No one can control us. Tell me what you see. Is it money or it's me? I smoke 20, smell of weed. I got honeys in my feet. They like Monty, can you be my baby daddy? I'm like, yeah. I got robins on my jeans. You see the wings on every pair. All you see is Remy boys. You know my niggas everywhere. And if somebody got a problem, we could meet up anywhere. Now go say some. Don't you niggas play dumb. You know what.
All right, guys. So, group rides. What to know about them? As you see right now, the way we're riding, it's called Staggered. A lot of times in group rides, you're gonna ride like this for, 50% at least of the ride. This is how you ride when you're, commuting to the area that you're actually gonna rip it, like when you're actually gonna go fast. This is because it helps you, keep up your full lane, but it allows you to each have full maneuverability in the lane that they're in. As you see, Dan just moved over, avoiding stuff, but you see, it's like riding in single file, but you see how we're a lot more spread out now? Once we're back into Staggered. And also, you see how Dan's doing his hand signal? In group rides, not every bike has blinkers or blinkers that are visible. So as Dan, you just saw him pat on his head too. That means police ahead. We respect the police, but we also try to make sure people behind us know not to do anything stupid when we're getting near them. If somebody knows that there's a department nearby or any of that, You see that guy right there, also signaling. Pretty sure that's where we're going. Yep. You see how Dan's signaling right now? This guy's coming in. These guys are pulling over to wait. For their partner. So as you see, you know, group ride dynamics are pretty similar between different types of motorcycles. So these are things important to know. You know, if you're going out for your first group ride or you haven't done many, you're going to be riding staggered for some of the ride. You know, we're still not really in the twisties right now, so it allows us to stay closer. It's almost like you're in single file with the person in front of you, and the person next to you is in single file with the person next to in front of them, and you're slightly offset, so that you have full range between your lane, but you also get to stay close enough to, you know, keep the ride tight. Right now we're a little split up because of the fact that there was that other group. But needless to say, staggered riding, and then what happens is, you might see later on when we get into an area that's more intricate twisties, we'll single file because we want to then spread out and want people to have their full reign. They want to have a little bit more room between us because we're going to be going faster than we usually would in this part. So therefore we have, you know, more ability to do what we need. But yeah, also make sure you're getting on the group rides that has a leader that one knows the roads you're doing, and, you know, likes to push the you know, the speed of the ride, but also knows how to ride safely and responsibly. That's important because if you have a leader that's going to be riding reckless, the entire ride is going to be a very sketchy ride. You want a group that's also going to be comfortable with you riding your own ride. We have a guy in our group right now that was like, oh, you guys are really good. And we're like, yeah, we're alright. We get from A to B. We do. But overall, he's recognizing that we might be a little faster than him. And the first thing I said to him was, ride your own ride. We're all going to the same place. We're all trying to enjoy it. So don't worry about keeping up. That's something that comes in time and practice. And nobody's going to care if you can't really, like, be right next to us. That's where we split up into single file for a reason, so that we can all get our own space. Oh, baby. Look at this, guys. So, you also notice Dan just checked back. A lot of times, if you're going to be doing stuff, you know, every now and then, you want to be looking back, make sure the rest of your group's there. Because, you know, everybody knows somebody goes down, except for, you know, if the last person is gone, and you don't see the last person go down, really. You just know that they're not behind you anymore. So you also want to be doing that in your rides, no matter where you're in the pack. Also, with picking, you know, once you're in a group ride, pick your place in the pack. Some rides, you're going to be more towards the front. You're going to be faster than some people. Some rides, you're going to be more towards the back. Doesn't really matter. Sometimes I just, if I'm in a new group or I'm going on a ride with a group of people I don't really know, I'll just pick the back because I want to see how everybody else is riding before I decide how fast in relation to them I'm going to be riding. So picking your part in the pack doesn't really mean much about your ability to ride. It just honestly means you're feeling out where you're going to be in the pack. You also want to be cognizant of the different things that they're going to be doing. So earlier Dan patted his head, that means police, like I said. You know, hand signals for turns are the same as for bicycle. Extended left arm fully is going to be turning left, up in the air with like a right angle with your left hand, almost like you're trying to point to the right over your head, is going to be a right turn. You're going to see people, you know, yes, there's the biker wave, which is just putting your fingers down to do the peace sign, but there's also, you know, when you point, if somebody's pointing to the floor, that most likely means there's a road hazard there. And the same thing with their toes. People are going to put their feet down when they see road hazards to mark for the people behind them what to look out for. Some people are so good that they'll just mid-lean in a corner and they'll just be able to throw a foot out or throw a hand out to point. If you can't do that, don't worry about it mid-corner, but when you can do it, it could help keep somebody else from hitting a road hazard and, you know, a situation that could end up. When you're also picking a ride, group to ride with, It's okay to ask them about certain things, about, you know, are you going to be passing a double on the double yellow? Like, how many cars, like, is it something that's going to be often, or is it just going to be when it's needed so that you can actually enjoy the ride? You want to make sure you know this, you know, what type of ride you're getting yourself into, and it's perfectly fine to ask those questions. See what they're, you know, looking to do. See what pace they're looking to do. Ask them if it's something, you know, I've asked people, hey, you think, you guys are having a ride. Do you think this is going to be a ride that I could keep up on relatively? Not that I'm going to keep up with them, but that I'm not going to hold them back. Ask those questions. I mean, it's perfectly fine, and honestly, better if you do that, because then you're not going to burden the group by, you know, if you accidentally go down, or if something goes on and you're going really slowing it to wait for you. So ask those questions. I invited somebody to this ride, and he goes, oh yeah, I have a buddy. He was like, what do you think the pace is going to be like? He's like, oh, whatever, like, yeah. He's like, oh, okay, like, you know, this guy's relatively new. Probably won't have him come because it might be a little much for him. But you see how, you know, it's important to do that, because you don't want people that are going to be getting into unsafe situations. These roads were nicer earlier. Now it's cars. You know, cars shouldn't be allowed to drive on Sundays. One also very important question you want to ask the group before you ride with them is, what's going to happen when lights and sirens go up? It happens on rides. It's just, you know, shit happens. Also, to see how he pointed down, that means that there was a hazard in the road. So anyway, shit happens. People get pulled over. Find out what your group's going to do. What is your leader is going to do? If they're going to run, you have to decide, are you going to stop, and also, is that a group you want to ride with? Likewise of being pulled over. You don't want to get pulled over with a group of guys that are going to be nasty, because that's just going to get you into more trouble. So find out if they will or will not. That's a very important thing to find out. I ask it. I say, hey, what's going to happen? Overall, though, group rides are a ton of fun. When you get a nice road, you get to rip it, honestly, and you can have a little bit more fun than usual because you know your, you know, safety numbers. You know that in case something happens, there are people that are looking to see if you are there or not. It's a very important thing to have because it helps making the ride that much more enjoyable, because everybody's having a good and, more importantly, safe time. So, like I said, know locations and where you're going to be in the group. Know how the ride's actually going to go. But basically, have fun with it. Know your pace. Pick your spot in the group depending on the speed they're going to go. You can always move up, but it might be too late for you to move back in the group. But like I said, group rides are super fun. Don't be afraid of them. Sorry that the roads weren't as good as they could have been, but overall, yeah. Anyway, we're going to fill up. We're going to hit some more twisties. Hopefully I get you guys some more footage. But I will catch you guys next time on Jewel on Twos. Peace out. Make sure to like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe so we can get more subscribers, more everything, and we can reach the goals of the channel that I want to have that I will share with you guys soon. Peace out, guys.